This is your daily debrief. It's the 19th of April. We've got alpha on crypto markets going up, airdrops, drama, Jup voting, and live streams. I'm very sorry about the background noise. It is what it is. The show must go on. So firstly, having a look at CoinGecko, you can see there's been a nice bounce up with Bitcoin and Solana. ETH, not so much, but still there. Dog with hat doing quite nicely. And there's still some things going down over the last 24 hours. But overall, things are up. If we have a look at the Fear and Greed Index, we can see crypto is now in greed. I think just yesterday it was fearful. Things can change very quickly. An update from St. Pump, 60K has held. Looks like this war kind of fear-mongering might be over. Now before we go any further, nothing's financial advice. Wars can come and go. Wars can still be here. There can be intelligence, operations. We have no idea really what's going on. And even if we think we know what's going on, the reality is we're likely not going to have any kind of clue. All we can really do is respond to the data that we have, and ideally we get that data as close to real time as possible so our responses will have more validity. So St. Pump goes on to say, time to make it back in one trade. Definitely not financial advice. Person's a trader. This is a trader speaking here. I don't understand everything he says, but stonks down only for 20 days, negative funding all over the place, 60K support and resistance held. There's been a wipeout of leverage. I think that's what that means. Over leverage wipeout, not totally sure. Now we have to wait for a weekly close and we can see if it's going to go up or down, potentially. Now, when we have a look at these reports, it says direct state-to-state strikes between Israel and Iran are over. It says regional intelligence source. But once again, we really have no clue. Cos has a couple of viewpoints here. They try to shake you out when it's bleeding back towards the wick, but don't get twisted. This is a bullish chart in my opinion. So if you look at this chart and you think maybe it goes down further, maybe we do. All I'm really doing is just dollar cost averaging. I'm nice and boring, but it's a lot less risk. He sees this chart as bullish. This is a bullish chart. Up we potentially go. Also, his narrative is this. Holding SOL and BTC, they are the iconic duo of this cycle. Holding them as your base and bidding BTC and SOL eco coins is a winning strategy in my opinion. Now, when it comes to BTC coins like ordinals and stuff like that, I really have no information on that. The gas fees on Bitcoin are quite crazy. Of course, Bitcoin has a huge number of whales, huge amount of liquidity, so it definitely has potential, but I'm staying away from those coins at present. But SOL ecosystem coins, for sure. What I'm kind of interested in the moment, things like SOL, Jup, Pith, W, some Bonk, a little bit of Whiff, but of course there will be others. Invest Answers has a great take here. Fear gone, next human emotion in the box, FOMO. So maybe this is what we see. People are no longer fearful and prices start to go skyrocket up. Crypto Curb's strategy is just stake Solana and chill, and I'm going to cover this quite a bit more through the coming weeks. All we need to do is literally just go and stake Solana and chill. We've got some live streams happening today from Meow and Cash. So 5 p.m. Dubai time, Meow will be presenting at Token 2049 about our longer term ideas around the meta, why it's important and how we intend to push it forward. And then at 7 p.m., which is 3 p.m. UTC, this is of course 1 p.m. UTC, we will host a special planetary call session with Cash, where we go through the slides together and discuss the ideas live via Discord and YouTube. If you can catch these, great. Otherwise, I'm sure the recordings will be up somewhere on the web and I'll do my best to link to them. Remember to go and stake your Jup. There's nearly 170 million Jup votes have been cast. At present, these are the current results. Uprock, Sanctum, and 9 Heroes, they're the top 3. Sanctum and Uprock, I believe these ones will be the ones that will actually get the 2 slots. Next up, we've got Texture. If you have some Jup Sol, which is a Sanctum liquid staking token that's connected to the Jupiter ecosystem, you can go and take out a loan with Texture. This is going to be a little bit more challenging, so if you want to go and give it a go, you're welcome to do so. At present though, there's a decent amount of alpha regarding using Sanctum. We are very, very bullish on them. We're just doing a little bit more research first. Now at present, it seems to be a little bit of alpha in terms of holding some INF, which is their own token. Maybe you also want to go and get some JupSOL, which is part of them as well. I think I have to cover this in a separate video, but for now, go to Sanctum and go and grab some INF, go and grab some JupSOL. The Z token white paper has been released. The Z supply is 1 billion tokens. They probably are calling it Z. I'm not sure, but probably. Either way, this is the token of Zeta Markets. With Drift Protocol, points are now over, so if you're just going to keep on farming it, then maybe you want to go and move those funds to Zeta Markets or something like that. If you're farming the points program, points have finished, now a token comes, and we'll see what happens from there. Jussie has a thread on how to maximize points for minimum spend with deBridge. I'll probably do a video on this within the coming days, so you can either read this and give it a go now, or you can wait until I actually create my video. If there's too much choice, if you don't have enough time, when it comes to Solana DeFi, just use the platforms that you need that solve your problems, and maybe you can airdrop that way. If you go and jump into 100 different things, not 100, but if you go and jump into 20 different dApps and you don't need them and you lose money in every single one or half of them, maybe the airdrop won't be worth it. Yesterday, Bonk put on a show in Dubai. This was a drone light show and it looked amazing, really, really amazing. There's a few different videos out there. Let's have a quick look at some of them here, blow it up. I mean, this is amazing that this technology exists, to be perfectly honest, to be visible kilometers away with all these different light drones. But Teddy's gone ahead and put out a good thread that covers all the best photos and all the best videos. So check it out. It's really, really cool. If you're into Sharky, I'm probably going to reduce my coverage of Sharky, but at the moment, some people may find this interesting. You have a chance to 2 to 3x your airdrop allocation by doing 1 to 2 month token lockup. You have just 2 more days to stake your airdrop allocations in the fun-filled Sharky staking airdrop pool. As of now, only 0.8% of the 3% airdrop allocation is staked. So if you are bullish on Sharky long-term, maybe you want to go and lock up a little bit of that airdrop. Remember, if the token does explode in growth and you want to unstake it, I'm not sure how long it takes to unstake, but you could always put on a short hedge position. Of course, first, Sharky token needs to actually have a perpetual future somewhere, and I'm unsure if I've got that or if I'll get that. Potentially that will come pretty soon. Photofinish Game's total stables count approaches 11,000, a new all-time high. I'm not playing this game. I don't have any horses in it or anything like that, but it looks like their growth is doing well. Solana DevNet recently went down, and version 1.18 is now live on DevNet being tested, and it aims to improve majority of the congestion issues on Solana. So of course, it's not good for a DevNet or a testnet to go down, but it's better that they go down when they're testing things beforehand. The bugs are then fixed, and then it goes live eventually on mainnet beta. Now the drama of the day, Marginfi drama. Now I'm not picking on Marginfi. I'd happily have a chat with Mac, have him on a podcast or anything like that. All I want to do is just make the space more transparent and make it all better. What we've had here is an issue with oracles. They've changed from Pith to Switchboard, and then we don't have the exact details, but multiple LSTs depegged during recent volatility, which meant people with lower health factors got wiped out. There's people in the Discord looping JupSOL, for example, who were totally wiped. Now, I've never ever suggested looping these tokens anyway. I don't think that's a good idea. And of course, if one does depeg due to an oracle risk, or whatever risk may happen, then you can be liquidated. However, what he says is none of this is visible in the Marginfi UI, so if you've been liquidated, don't expect to find out why until the team decide to tell you. Discord mods directing affected users to a web form rather than making any kind of public announcement. Now, of course, it would be unfair if I didn't get Mac's point of view as well, so let's go into that. Mac goes on to say there's been an influx of disinformation targeting Marginfi recently, going to run through some callouts. I think probably the best bet is actually to be far more transparent. Get on a podcast, get on a space, go through things, use actual public relations skills. If you don't have them, hire someone that does have them. He does go on to say that we have insurance funds for events like this. We'll soon start refunding the few accounts under 10 to 20K completely, and we'll also compensate the single-digit larger accounts who may have also been affected during this period. Ate My Bag says he's also been a victim of this. Now, these things can, of course, happen. I think the major issue is they happen, but there's no actual response from the team and their Twitter. Now, Mac put this out. Mac has a following of 6,000 followers, and then Marginfi has a following of 100,000 followers, and then they retweeted it. It also came out quite a bit later than the actual event, but I do not have the exact details. All I'm really saying is put out things in a clear, concise way from the main account, let people know in the tweet where they can go to actually get support, and just keep it like that, just nice and easy. Now, if you jump into Marginfi's Discord, you can see this was posted 2 days ago. So they put out an announcement, but you did have to kind of search for it. It looks as though they've got a form here, fill out this form, and then you have to go from there. So probably not the best system, but at least it's a system. I'm very bullish on Meteora, and if you're ready to level up your LP skills, learn and vibe with us in our free online LP Army Bootcamp and master how to use Meteora. Next one is here. By the way, I've created a Solana crypto calendar. A lot more stuff, of course, needs to be added. This will be linked below. Go and bookmark it. My team will update it. They'll miss some things, of course, but we'll get it better and better. And you can always DM me or tag me with stuff that should go into the calendar. Also, yesterday I did a chat with Josip. Josip is from DReader, and this is a talk called Seb Talks. It's a podcast format where every podcast has a goal to be under 30 minutes. There's no life stories here, no favorite recipes, no technical talk. It's just easy, good, digestible content. Please watch it and let me know your thoughts. Give feedback, good or bad, put it in the comments so I can improve on the content, because the goal is 2 of these every single week. Last thing of the day, Actionables. Make sure you go and vote in the Jups LFG round 2. I say with multiple wallets, what I mean is with all of your wallets. Make sure that any wallet that has Jup, you've gone and voted, you've staked your Jup, you're voting. Next, you can try Jussie's deBridge guide if you're keen. The third thing is Sanctum Alpha, capital and time. In other words, go and get some INF. Keep it there for longer. That should potentially get you more points for a future airdrop. Potentially. It's all speculation, but that's the potential. You can go and use Zeta Markets to trade if you want to get some Z points. Make sure you watch my Seb Talks podcast. Give all the feedback, good and bad. And if you've got time, try and watch live Meow and Cash's live streams. That's all for today. Stay curious. Catch you in the next video.